guys, this is Seth. Can you keep it real? We're at LAX. You can work from wherever you are. So right now I'm in Los Angeles and we're still making money online from our Amazon stores, and we're going on our way to China to teach just one by voyeurs how to source, as well as to find more sourcing factories for ourselves. And we're hanging out and having fun and working and doing life and just being able to experience the world at a level that you couldn't do if you have a regular job. In the back of my mind, I'm not worried about using vacation time because this is my vacation. This is what I do. In China, that 12-hour trip. Do not set up your business so you're paid for your time. Set it up so that you're paid for results. Because if you're paid for your time, then those 12 hours we just spent, you got paid for nothing. But if you're selling Amazon, like we do, we made more in the last 12 hours than I did working for an entire month as a manager for Apple. Set your business up so that you're paid for the results of what you do instead of for the hours that you put in. Traditionally, Westerners think, oh, I work and then I get paid, and I stop working and stop getting paid. That's not how you want to do it. You want to set it up so that you have a system that's working for you. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have the freedom and capacity to fly halfway around the world to meet with suppliers and manufacturers to source products. We're going to teach a step-by-step method for how to source products. So, welcome to China. We were talking on the airplane about how jets use up sometimes up to 20% of their fuel, especially if it's a short trip, just on takeoff. For a Boeing 747, it's around 5,500 gallons of gasoline. That would be the equivalent to 50 regular cars, gas tanks full, 50 of them, just to get the plane off the ground. That's a lot of energy. But what happens when the plane is flying? It doesn't take nearly as much energy to keep it going as it does to get it started. And that is just like passive income. You spend so much more time and money and effort at the beginning to get it going than you do once it's going. Even on that plane trip alone, the money that was generated through Amazon sales and via Amazon is so much greater than going to a company and working for them by the hour. But it's hard. That means you have to sacrifice. It means you're going to spend a lot of time finding products, sourcing products, researching, understanding the market, differentiating, understanding shipping terms, figuring out how to get the products to where you need them to be, making sure your customers are happy. It's very, very involved. That's a lot of time. But once the product is going, once it's up and going and running well, then you spend far less time, far less energy is spent to keep it going. And the same is true for any kind of business if you build it right. You want to build it so that it's automated as much as possible. Kind of like McDonald's, it was very automated. And because they automated it, they were able to reproduce that franchise over and over again. Well, we are in Shanghai. We're right now leaving the airport. We have someone who picked us up. He does not know English and we do not know Chinese, so we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna try something. I got brought translate here. How are you doing today?
What?
Sorry. This is Google Translate, so it may not be working correctly. I am trying to speak to you through a translator.
You're not speaking Chinese?
No, I don't speak Chinese. When Americans try to speak in Chinese, do they have a funny accent? Question mark.
当美国人试图用中文说话时，他们有口音吗？
Yeah. A little.
A little? Yeah. She?
Little, you know?
Yes, she. 我明白.
Yeah.
我明白.
因为中国人的说话音调比较轻。
Because the Chinese have a lighter tone of voice. I understand. 我明白. 我明白.
Yeah.
See, you will need to help me with my accent.
你需要帮助我口音。
Okay.
So anyways, we're here, we're in Shanghai, we're gonna be staying at the Bund Hotel, which is next to a shopping center, which makes Times Square look really tiny. It's huge, and so we're gonna be going to that. We're gonna be going to places all over Shanghai for the next 3 days. This is what it looks like outside of the Bund Hotel, right here, you can see, in Shanghai. really is a beautiful city and it is full of tons of character. I almost feel like I'm in New York. It's so horrible.
These are called
Century eggs.
Try it.
I already did.
Come on, let's see you eat it.
Okay, I'm gonna take this part out.
No, include the orange part. It's the best.
Here, you have it then. It's so good.
Hey, I'm eating mine. Look, right here. See? Like a good boy, I'm eating my eggs. Down here so you eat your eggs. Come on, Joe.
How about the egg white?
Have all the protein, right?
Yeah.
How's the egg white?
So,
You fully stomachs through.
okay, here, can you hold this? It's filming. Alright. So, I'm gonna be completely honest. You're covering the camera, dude. I'm gonna be completely honest. The egg white is okay, but the yolk is really hard to down, but I'm gonna do it. I can turn the camera off now. Hey guys, this is Seth, keeping it real. I cannot believe I'm standing here in Shanghai, China, on Nanjing Road. This makes Times Square look tiny and puny by comparison. And as you saw right there, there's Apple, the company I used to work for. They're right here. Their company is right here. And the freedom I have today, not working for Apple, nothing against Apple, but the freedom I have today to be able to be anywhere in the world I want and still make money on Amazon, and my stores continue to work for me, is unbelievable. I just want to encourage you, you can get to this place and far beyond me. And our dream at Just One Dime is to show people how to do that. So if you're thinking, man, if I should do this, is this for me? Let me just ask you a few questions. If you keep thinking and studying and researching but don't act on it, what benefit does that bring you? Here's another question. What will your future self thank you for? 10 years down the road, are you going to regret that you didn't decide to jump in and do something different that was meaningful, that you knew could help you, even though you were terrified and scared to death? All of us get scared. And truly, the biggest fear we have is of failure, I believe. The one thing that can keep you from failure is if you keep going and turn your mistakes and the little falls into victories, learning moments. We just had a meeting with this guy who sources all over China. He is an expert when it comes to factories, and he asked this question. He says, so what do you think of spinners? And we just started laughing like crazy, fidget spinners. And I said, well, what do you think of them? And he goes, it was a good learning experience. And I said, yes, absolutely it was, wasn't it? The reason this guy is so extremely successful is because of that mentality. No one on our team has failed to succeed who didn't give up. Not a single person. Whether it's moving from 0 a month to 200 a month, or 200 a month to 7 million a month. You can make it happen. So wherever you are in this world, know this. I am by grace alone am living proof that you can start with something as tiny as a single dime, just a dime. And today I have Chinese currency here, symbolically, just a single dime, just a single yuan. And if you double it 20 times, it becomes $100,000. There's no reason you can't do it, but a lot faster. And most of you have more than a dime to begin with. I wish you success, and I encourage you to do what you need to do to succeed. Have an awesome day.